everybody. It's Kevin Canessa coming to you from the newsroom of The Observer and TheObserver.com on this, the 10th day of October in the year 2023. Sure hope you're enjoying your Tuesday, no matter where it is you are in the country. A little chilly here, 62 degrees in the Northeast. And my buddy Bill Scarterfield is joining us from out in Arizona. I'm sure it's a little bit warmer where he is, but Bill, one of the greater Philly fans that I've ever known in my lifetime. I've known him for a long time. Moved out to Arizona many years ago after growing up in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He was originally from North Jersey, but then he got indoctrinated and I guess poorly influenced to become a South Jersey guy, and became a Phillies fan for the right reasons. I won't deny that. But Billy's out in Arizona now, and his Phillies lost a tough one yesterday, 5-4 to the Atlanta Braves. Looked like the Phillies were cruising their way to a 2-0 series lead before they coughed it away in the 8th inning yesterday. But it's good to see my friend Bill Scarterfield here with us, joining us from Arizona. And anytime I get to see him on the screen, it's a good thing for me. So welcome, Billy. Thank you for coming by. Now, for everybody else, as you do each and every Tuesday, you welcome me into your home so that I can bring you this week's news. And before we get to that, just some housekeeping items to go over. The mayoral debate is 1 week from tonight on the 17th of October at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So please keep that in mind. Now, this is available on our website, theobserver.com, and it is available in the print edition, which you'll be able to pick up tomorrow when it is circulated. But there are 4 different locations where you'll be able to watch the Observer sponsored debate between the 3 candidates who are running for the mayor of the town of Kearney: on Facebook, on Twitter, which they call X now, YouTube, and Twitch. And these are the direct links that you would have to either click on if you're on the website or log on to get to the live broadcast when it is live. You could go there now and you'll be able to see these things as well, but the truth of the matter is they're not going to be live until 1 week from tonight at 7 p.m. And the debate, of course, features the 3 candidates who are running for the mayor. That includes the interim mayor now, Peter Santana, Councilwoman Carol Jean Doyle, and Sidney J. Ferreira, who is, of course, a local real estate agent and realtor. And the campaign is getting pretty intense. It's been very, very active campaign. A lot of things have gone on. And I am very much looking forward to being able to moderate this debate 1 week from today. So far, I have, this is a first of its kind, as most of you know. Some people are still out there complaining that this is only going to be virtual and not in person. That's not going to change, no matter how many times you complain. There's this one particular person, Edie, who continues to complain about it, and she can continue to do that, which is her God-given right. But it's not going to change things at all. That's the way we're going to do it. It's going to be virtual. And I'm going to do a dry run with, at least 2 of the candidates. That's Carol Jean Doyle and Sidney Ferreira, because they've answered my request to go through the technology. So I'm looking forward to preparing them for that. And I hope the 3rd candidate, Mr. Santana, eventually answers my email and text to do that too, so that we're not cold when we get started on Tuesday the 17th. But there'll be plenty of time for questions and answers. There's still time for you if you are a resident of the town of Kearney and you would like your comments or questions asked. Send them to editorial@theobserver.com, and we will do our very best to get them on the air for you at the debate when it happens 1 week from today, believe it or not. It's going to be a week from today. And I'm very, very excited about that, and I hope you are as well. We welcome in our dear friend Manny Ventoso Jr., who is watching us from somewhere in the state of New Jersey, maybe Boonton, maybe Kearney, who knows? He always winds up all over the state. But we welcome in Manny, who is watching us somewhere in Jersey, and Melanie Ryan, who is probably in the town of Kearney herself, right around the bend. Melanie, welcome to you as well. And, of course, now I get to say hello to my uncle, who is watching us from the great state of California, Uncle Muga, who is in Carlsbad, California, in paradise, no doubt. A lot, probably nicer there today than it is here. Manny says he's in Allendale, so he's up in Bergen County. So good, Manny. Hope everything's going okay over there. So we got the housekeeping items out of the way. So let's take a look at a couple of things. This was, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't know Mike Ontarchuk, I hope you'd get to know him at some point. He's a detective sergeant, and he does the blotter with me every week. And I'll tell you, some of the things that he comes up with are just ridiculously hilarious. This one from last week caught my eye. He puts them in date order, and I usually choose the one that I find the most interesting and make a headline out of it for the blotter. And in this particular case, a man had been arrested, and he's from Delaware, and it turned out he didn't know where he was. He had no idea that he was in the town of Kearney, let alone New Jersey, I guess. And when he was talking to the police, he told them that a prostitute picked him up and brought him there, and that's how he wound up in Kearney. So you never know what's going to happen in our lovely town, and that's what happened in this guy's case. He's from Delaware. He was arrested. You can read all the charges in the blotter, and then I guess he found his way home. I don't know. I think his car was impounded too, so it must have been a hell of a trip to get back to Delaware without a car. So he was here. He was with a prostitute, and now he is on his way back, presumably to the Delaware area, and hopefully he is okay. But you just never know what you're going to see in the blotter, and I always appreciate that from Mike because he comes up with some of the funnier things that you're going to ever see. I wanted to tell you a little bit about Michael Clifford. Mike Clifford is a police officer. I know there seems to be a lot of police stuff, but Mike's a police officer in Lyndhurst, and a couple of years ago he was called to a welfare check in town, and when he was called to the welfare check, he was met with gunfire. Welcome to the home. You know, there was just a desire to see if this guy was okay, and apparently he was not. He was an EDP, emotionally disturbed person. Gunshots were fired. Mike had to shoot his own weapon, but fortunately his weapon did not hit the man, but the guy, in the course of his actions, unfortunately took his own life and died at the scene. But there was the 200 Club of Bergen County met. The 200 Club is an organization that honors police officers for their brilliant work, and there's always a lot of money donated to the organization, and they take care of a lot of things, does the 200 Club. And Mike was given the Valor Award for 2022, and it was a well-deserved award. It's given to somebody who, in the face of great danger, remains brave, remains calm, cool, and collected. That's exactly what young Mike Clifford did a couple of years ago when he was faced with this horrible situation where the guy shot himself, but nobody knew at the time that he had shot himself, and all you hear is gunshots, unfortunately. What do you think? You know, so he stood his ground. He didn't hit the guy at all, thank God, but he did fire his service weapon. But because of his bravery, the 200 Club has awarded him the Medal of Valor this year. And what a great human being Mike Clifford is. And I want to thank Vinny Otiri for bringing this to our attention, that the 200 Club honored Mike Clifford at its annual banquet a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations, Mike, and it's a well-deserved honor, and you keep doing Lyndhurst proud by all the great things you do for not just us, but for the township as well. Now, this is a special thing for my good friend Linda Kraus-Disa. Parade is coming up already. It's that time of year. Halloween is just a couple of weeks away, and the town of Kearney, through the UEZ, is doing its annual parade pageant for the puppies, where there's a contest, depending, I think it's done by weight, the lightweights and the heavyweight dogs, and they all come in costume. It's a wonderful day. There's a lot of things going on in town that day over at Arlington Depot Park. But the registration is underway, and I want everybody who's got a dog who's interested in taking part in this. If you've never done it, you really should. It's just a fun, family, wholesome day. The registration's underway. All the directions for registering your dog are available on this week's front page. So take care of that. Get that done soon. And go over to Arlington Depot Park on the day of the parade, which is also listed in the story, so check that out as well. If you don't feel like waiting, until tomorrow to get your paper. You can see it right now at theobserver.com over at the e-edition on the right-hand side of your page, or if you're on a mobile, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see it there. Also on the front page this week was the car show in Lyndhurst. Mayor Jan Giarrusso and the commissioners put it on for the second straight year. Highly successful. It was a gorgeous weather day. A lot of people came out. The cameos played at Town Hall Park. So it was a really nice day for everybody involved. And you can just take a look at some of those pictures, and we'll have more of them up on the Observer.com as well. As we're here, I want to welcome in our good friend Henry Atwell, who is with us today. Henry, of course, the owner and proprietor of Skylar Cab Company. Henry, good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much. And always thanks for popping by as you do so often. Billy said that Jeep is a hoot. You know what's funny, Billy? I wasn't sure what that was. I just found it to be so intriguing. It looked more like a postal vehicle than it did anything. And I just got a little bit souped up, but really, pretty crazy, isn't it? But really neat looking vehicle there at the Lyndhurst Car Show. And we want to give a nice shout out to the good mayor of Lyndhurst, Bobby G., and the Board of Commissioners for putting this on for the second straight year. I'm sure it'll be bigger and better come next week. Don't forget, we got 2 pages of classifieds for everybody out there. So if you're looking for a place to rent, to live, to buy something, sell something, we've got it covered. Lisa's got you covered there. And look, folks, every other person who's got a social media page or videos always says this. I want you to do me a favor if you haven't already. Like and subscribe to The Observer on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, no matter where it is. Click that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already so that you can get notifications when we go live. It really does help, believe it or not. There's this thing called an algorithm. And then when you hit that like and you hit that subscribe, when we go live, you'll get that instant notification. And then other times, even if you don't see it, you'll get our videos that will pop up. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And to all who already have, I thank you all very, very much. Billy says, let's see, Garofalo Park at Arlington Depot, named after a fallen soldier. Okay, everybody calls it Arlington Depot Park. Thank you, Marty. But I appreciate that. I've never heard it called I know it's Garofalo. It's Garofalo, Garafalo place. So I would imagine that's also the spelling of the park as well. But Melanie can correct me. I don't think I've ever heard it referred to as Garofalo Park at Arlington Depot. You can correct me, Melanie, on that one. She says the cameos will be on Belgrove Drive Thursday at 7:30 p.m. That's great. So you can see them. If you missed them on the car show, they'll be playing in Kearney on Thursday night at the DPW or whatever it is. I don't know. Go check it out. Melanie knows. She knows everything. So ask her. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for now. It's really good to all have you here today. We will be back 1 week from today. And don't forget the debate's a week from today. So make sure you get those questions in if you have not done so already. Get them to us. Editorial at theobserver.com. From the newsroom of The Observer and theobserver.com, Kevin Canessa signing off for now. I want to say thank you to Melanie, Ryan, Marty, Bill, Scarterfield, Henry Atwell, my Uncle Mike, Manny Ventoso, who is here as well, and to anybody who may have joined us and kept quiet. We'll see you again next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.